Okay, so the next thing that you're probably asking is, this is great. I can see what the students are seeing. I have a high resolution microscope myself, so for instance, under the teacher image, I can show a really nice image to the students what I want them to see. How do I take some of these images with me? Maybe I want to capture this image for later. Maybe I want to send this image to the students. I found a really good example of a white blood cell, and I want to show that. What you want to do is, using your mouse, you want to put the mouse over the image and right-click. When you right-click, the menu comes up here that says Pen Tools, Capture, Screen Recording, Teaching Demo. Click on Capture. When you click on Capture, you now get the option to save this image. And you can put it anywhere you want. You can put it, if this is your login and you have access to your shared drive, because this computer is connected to the internet, then you could save it to your shared drive. You could save it to any of your folders. Just give it a different title, and then it gives you options for how to save it, either bitmap, JPEG, TIFF. Personally, I recommend JPEG. I think that's the most standard format to use and more compressed. So I'll take this image, I'm going to stick it on the desktop and click Save. And now if we go to the desktop, right here, and I'll open it. As you can see, here's the image that you saved. Okay, so that's if you're an instructor and you want to save it. It's basically the exact same thing if you want to save one of your student images. So let's go back to our software. Click for the tab that says Student Image. Let's go with number 6 here. Microscope number 6. I want to save this image. You do the exact same thing. You put the mouse icon right over the image, right-click, and it gives you similar choices. Capture is one of them. Click Capture and save it where you want to save it. So I'll choose JPEG again. I'll save it on the desktop. And right here, as you can see, there's the image. Now, one thing I want to point out to you. If you remember your instructor image, it took up the whole screen, and I could probably have zoomed that in more. Whereas the student image, as you can see, only takes up a small part of the screen. This is the resolution difference that I mentioned to you previously. This camera, the instructor camera, is a 5 megapixel camera. It's much higher resolution than the student cameras. The student cameras are 2 megapixels on their screens, and when they're transmitting this way through the Wi-Fi, it's only coming in at 1.7 megapixels. That 1.7 megapixels compared to 5, which is what you have, is a huge difference in resolution. That means that their image can only be blown up so much before it starts looking grainy and pixelated. Your image that you saved from your instructor microscope can be blown up much larger without losing any quality.